Today's simulation is just a little bit of fun. We have gone on to FM, wherever it was, Scout, maybe, all the places, sort it outside, all the places will have it. It's the European Super League, created by some geezer called Nigel. And let me tell you, this is the database of all databases. It's insane. Let's jump in and see how insane it is. Now, initially, full disclosure, I intended to simulate potentially 50 years and we'll go and have a little mess around and stuff. I have gone through, I think, 17 or 19 years. And I'll tell you what, I'll find out this second. 16. There you go. The European Super League. 2039 is the last time we make a save. And that is over a day's simulation. Over 24 hours. It took an insane amount of time. So let's go and have a look at why. So the UEFA Super League then. So there are 48 teams in every division. Now, he set it up in Gibraltar. So the Gibraltar League, if you want to get this database, I mean, to be honest, if you want to get this database, you're only going to be playing this database. If you go to the Premier Division, I've not got it loaded because it took so long to bloody load everything. But if we had the Premier Division, the English teams aren't there because they're all here. Anyway, so here you go. Here's the teams in European Super League. Man City, the favourites to win it. Real Madrid in second. Bayern Munich in third. We've got 12 teams. We've got 16 teams get relegated. Where is the rules? Right, so yeah, relegated to UEFA League 2. So all these teams are going to get relegated to UEFA League 2. So let's go and look at UEFA League 2. 8 teams getting promoted here. So how's the other promotions happening? What's the rules here? Teams only play each other once, 47 games. Okay. Plenty of money, 4 million per win. So if only 8 teams are going up and 16 teams come down, I'm not sure how that works, but it's the same sort of thing here. Oh, hang on. Hang about. There's 2 groups. Right. Fine. My apologies. There are 2 groups in Division 2, Group A and Group B. So 8 teams from each group go up. Okay. Then, so that's 32 teams coming down. So then there's going to be 4 groups here, surely. Fucking hell. Oh. Honestly, Nigel, what a bloody feat this is. This is insane. And it doesn't stop there. Oh, no. Doesn't it? Well, it shouldn't stop there. There's UEFA 4 League, right. This is how long it's taking to load. I can't even... Right, so we've got 40 teams here. No relegation. 12 teams go up there. There'll be 3 groups then. 36 teams, right? No. 48. 60. 72. 84. 96. 96 teams getting promoted. Oh, sorry, we've gone to the Amateur League. Right. Oh, right. So in UEFA League 3, we've got 4 groups. And, 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 go down. So 12... go down from each league, which means 48. So 6 teams are going up. That means there's going to be 8 groups. Okay. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 46 teams. So 12 teams going down, 8 groups. That's 96 teams getting relegated. That can't be right. E, F, G, H. Yeah, no, it is. It is. And then we go down to the Amateur League, where 12 teams go up. There's going to be 8 groups here. No relegations. Right. Okay. This is unbelievable. I mean, I can't even create one little competition in the editor because I'm that stupid and I've not tried properly because I just can't get my head around it. Like I can do some bits, very, very, very basic surface level stuff. You know, your TV deals, your creation of players and all that jazz. You've seen here on the channel, all the stuff that I've done. Anyway, we're not even into the video. We're just looking at the enormity of this league structure. So if you want to save, if you're feeling a bit deflated with the fact that FM25 is not coming and we're just hissing about with our FM24, go and give this a whirl, because hey, this will kill some time. Certainly bloody loading, this will kill some time. But we're going to have a lot to cover in this experiment. So strap yourselves in, we could be here for a while. With the Champions League, we've got the Runners' Cup and the Amateur Cup. There's no winners' history either. Of course there isn't. I mean, let's be fair. If you'd have put winning history of stuff in, I mean, fair play to him. We've got no previous winners, so here we go. But we're going to see there's so many teams going down and so many teams coming up. There's going to be absolute scenes here, 16 teams going down. You could genuinely have a team just on the periphery here. You know, you could have your AC Milans, your Borussia Dortmunds, your Fiorentinas, your Bayern Munichs even. They could go on a bit of a bad run. I mean, you're looking at teams like Brighton who are up here, who, you know, your Union Berlins, your West Hams, they're probably going to be the first season's casualties in reality. But hey, let's rock and roll and find out, shall we? This is going to be insane. Because of 2024. 2 hours and 47 minutes that first season took to simulate, I think. 2 hours 47 minutes. Madness. Okay. So it was Manchester City who have won the Super League on 105 points. Goal difference ahead of Real Madrid, also on 105 points. 31 goals for Vinicius, 30 for Erling Haaland. I expected more in terms of the top goal scorers charts, to be perfectly honest. Simply because the reality of it is you've got 47 games rather than your 38 in your standard season. So scoring 30 goals in 47, is it that good? Is it? I don't know. Anyway, Arsenal in third on 101 points, followed by Barcelona, then Bayern Munich and PSG fifth and sixth. Then we got Liverpool, Juve, Leipzig, Villarreal, United, Porto, Spurs, Newcastle, the Milans in 15th and 16th, Chelsea in 17th, half a note down here in 18th. Benfica, Betis, Marseille, Dortmund, Atletico. Right, who's gone down? Let's have a look who's gone down. So West Ham and Brighton both survived. Despite my predictions of them being the first season's casualties, they have survived along with Aston Villa. Roma, Frankfurt, Fiorentina and Ajax all going down. Now, where are West Ham? What did West Ham do on that final day? They lost to AC Milan. Okay, fine. What about Roma? Roma won. Wasn't enough. They were already down then. Frankfurt drew. If Frankfurt beat Atletico, they'd have survived. Fiorentina, they beat Real Betis. And Ajax, they lost to Atalanta. So again, if Ajax had won, I don't know because of goal difference. Anyway, just a bit of last day drama there. So who's gone down? Bruges, Salzburg, Valencia, Lille, Sporting, Monaco, Union Berlin, Sevilla, Lyon, Galatasaray, Sociedad, Stuttgart, Ajax, Fiorentina, Frankfurt and Roma. So they're all the teams that have gone down. Top goal scorers. Alexander Isak's up there. Martinez. Victor Osman's not scored that many, considering. Kylian Mbappe's still at PSG on this one. We can forgive them for not doing up the updated transfers, can't we, ladies and gentlemen? Let's. I'm going to put a link to this in the description, but I don't know who this guy is, this Nigel. I just found it on... Where did I find it? Here. FM24 European Super League by Nigel, version 3.4. I don't know why I just said 3.4. 3.0, September the 14th, 2024. This has been there a while. And yeah, this, I mean, honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mo Salah Player of the Year, Bernardo Silva in second, Kylian Mbappe in third. So the records have not even been ticked over yet, but past winners, there we go. Man City, Real Madrid, and then Arsenal in third. Okay, so who's coming up and joining the Super League? It is Brentford, Feyenoord, Palace, Fulham, Sassuolo, Hoffenheim and Mallorca. Plenty of teams going down. We're not going to be going down all the divisions, so don't worry. Bologna, Everton, Girona, Espanyol, Forest, Freiburg, Torino and Lens. Now, the thing is now, these are all in a lower league for a reason. I would feel you've got 5 million per win prize money. So they've got 160 million pounds. Is that 32 times 5? I think it is. 160 million for Man City just from winning. Look, 744 million pounds. You've got loads of money. Real Madrid, again, 274 million. Leipzig, they've got loads. I mean, the prize money for being in this top division, I mean, the prize money for being in the second division, to be honest, is pretty decent. 4 million a win. So realistically, if you've come up, Cadiz here, 29, they've got sod all money. Right, again, Spanish clubs are a bit weird. Okay, 70, what? £4 million per win. 4 million times 27. What's that, 108? I suppose it's only £27 million down from whatever. Okay. Right, transfers. Any big transfers? So Jose Gaya left to go to Al Nassr. Richarlison's gone to Al Ittihad. Marcos Senesi went to West Ham from Bournemouth. Real Madrid signed Alessandro Buongiorno from Torino. We might see some actual big movements coming up. I mean, Dennis Serkin going to Leipzig from Sunderland. This guy. A soft spot for the old D Serkin over here, Dennis Serkin, because I had him on my save with Sunderland on my first ever save on YouTube, and he was worth about £18 million or something like that. And Spurs had this buyback clause. He wouldn't sign a new deal because he wanted to leave. Spurs kept coming in with this buyback clause, and it was about 4 million. It was embarrassingly low. And then every single time he'd reject their contract, and he'd be wanting to leave. Like he baffled me, but he stayed for seasons and seasons and seasons until he was no longer good enough for me. He was fantastic for a time. So there you go. There's a little story about Dennis Sirkin that none of you wanted. Pascal Streak went to Marseille. Quite a few players have gone from the lower league to the upper league, which is interesting. Kyle Walker-Peters has gone to PSG. Okay. In Super League 2, I mean, quite a few players have gone from here as well. Have any of them come in? Difficult to say. Without diving too much into it. But yeah, lots of money for the upper league. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The Champions Cup was won by Manchester City. Right, what does this look like then? The semi-final is... Cagliari was in the semi-final with Leipzig. Quarters, 7th round, 6th round. Let's go to the first round. Who's in this then? Brentford are, and they're in the second league. Leicester, 25th in UEFA 2 League Group A. Yes, they're in the second league as well. Is it the top 2 leagues? UEFA League 3. The Norwich has been promoted with Southampton. So I'm not sure exactly with the breakdown. How do you qualify for this? Is there rules? Not sure how you qualify for this. Right. There doesn't really seem to be any sort of European... Doesn't really give you anything to be saying how you get into that division. I'm not sure how you do that. At all. There you go. The first season is in the books and Man City have won it. So let's go to 2025. What happened there? Okay, so Real Madrid have taken it this time with 26 goals for Rodrigo. Joint top scorer with Erling Haaland. Now that is criminally low, in my opinion. PSG in second, City in third on 99 points, along with Liverpool, then Arsenal in fifth. He's looking... Do you know what? I was going to say he's looking largely similar, but look at Brentford up in 14th. They came up from They came up from the second league, the UEFA 2 league, and I thought that a lot of these teams are going to come straight back down. Well, they certainly did not. And who's gone down this season? Well, we are looking at people like Forest who've gone down. They have gone. Cadiz as well. Some of those teams that have come up have gone down. Brighton didn't make it this second season. Neither did West Ham. Mönchengladbach, Mallorca, Espanyol, Betis, Bilbao. Yeah, much of a muchness. You've got Atalanta who've survived. Mo Salah, once again, player of the season. There's no records being sort of put in as the overview. Not sure why this isn't populating. But again, once again, we will forgive him because this is the most insane database I've ever seen in my life. Now, Colchester and Bromley have won the Premier Division. Newport County run up both seasons. Oh, unlucky Newport. They're in the Club World Championship. Fine. Florian Wirtz here on 24 goals. Okay. Right, Mateus Cunha's gone from Wolves to Bayern Munich for £108 million. I'm sorry. £108 million is not worth that, is he? Is he? He's not. No. Marcus Thuram, Liverpool, 81 million. Reece Nelson gone to Inter Milan for 83 with add-ons. Hendrick's gone to Real Madrid. Now that's a real life transfer that was still expected to go through, and it did. Wilfred Gnonto leads to Real Betis. Victor Gyökeres has gone to the old Blue Neri. Gonzalo Inacio's at Arsenal. Mika Marmol, United. Maxis Lacroix's gone to Napoli. Lots of big signings here. Big money signings over here, which, you know, I mean, look at this. João Cancelo's gone to Barcelona from Man City for £54 million, potentially. You've got Max Aarons, who's gone from Bournemouth to PSG. Madness. Absolute madness. So who's coming back up? Anyway, who's coming up? We've got Wolves, we've got Burnley, we've got Leicester coming up this season. Wolfsburg, Sporting, Fiorentina, they're coming back. Roma are back, same as Celtic. Were they were never there, were they? So Celtic are coming up. Ajax are back. PSV, probably back. Can't remember if they were there. Difficult to remember, isn't it, all these teams? Very difficult to remember. Competition, reputation. Right, the Champions Cup. Liverpool have won that, beating Villarreal in the final. Okay. UEFA Runners' Cup and UEFA Amateur Cup. Not sure why they're not available to click on. Maybe it's just all the teams that are not in the amateur leagues that all go into one big cup. It's like a big FA Cup kind of thing. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Not too sure, to be perfectly honest. But impressive nonetheless. To add the cup competition as well as all these leagues. Unbelievable. And so the best players then, we're just going to quickly go down and see if any of these guys have moved. They haven't, as far as I'm concerned. We would have seen it in transfer fees, really, wouldn't we? To be perfectly honest. Declan Rice is wanted, though, by Real Madrid. Will he go? We'll find out in 2026. We're going to go there right now. Real Madrid won it again, this time ahead of Arsenal, who are on 109 points. Florian Wirtz with 37 goals. That's a little bit more like it. And has he been playing as a striker? He has. Okay, he's been playing as a striker. I'll take away some of the little kudos I was about to give him because I thought he was playing as a cam. But he did score a hell of a lot of goals as a cam in my Borussia Dortmund rebuild, which none of you would know because no bugger went and watched it. Oh, no, I'm joking. It's fine. I enjoyed playing it. So, it is what it is. Real Madrid winning once again, and the teams going down. A lot of the teams are the ones that have come up. I'm looking at Everton. I'm seeing Sporting, Fiorentina, Wolfsburg, Ajax and PSV, Leicester. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things, isn't it? You got the top being the top, the middle being the middle, and the bottom yo-yoing up and down because there's so many teams that do go down. It's almost impossible to sort of get yourself out of it. I mean, look at this. Lowest points, 36 points for Burnley. Burnley have got no business being in the European Super League, have they? Absolutely no business whatsoever. Brentford have defied expectation, staying up, but it is what it is. Man City down in 10th here. Carlo Ancelotti's in charge. Juve have just won the cup, beating Man City in the final. We can't view the fixture, apparently. All right, chill out. So there we go. I mean, there's a lot of seasons to cover here, so we're not going to be delving in as much as we have done. So let's jump forward a few years now. Let's try and speed this along because we've shown this database and how glorious it could be, and what a challenge this would be to take a team and go and win this. Like over a course of like 5 seasons, pick a team in the second division or something. Like, I'm feeling it. I might do it. I probably won't because I haven't got enough time. But the idea is there for you guys. You're welcome. Here we are in 2027, 4 years in, and we're talking 7 hours and 3 minutes for the simulation. So it has sped up a little bit, but still nearly two hours a season. Real Madrid have won it again, ahead of PSG on goal difference. Florian Wirtz once again, top goal scorer for a 12th placed Bayer Leverkusen. Someone snap him up. Any big transfers happening? 118 million, Jamal Musiala to PSG. João Palhinha has gone to Al Ittihad for 102 million pounds. Bloody hell. Hugo Larsson, not bad, 84 million pounds from Frankfurt to AC Milan. Nicolas Gonzalez has gone to Real Madrid for 102 million pounds from Fiorentina. Savio has gone from Troyes to Real Madrid for 101 million. They've spent big this season, Real Madrid. Rooney Bargy, your best friend of mine, has gone to Bayern Munich for 81 million pounds from FC Copenhagen. Where were they? 7th in the UEFA League 2 Group B. They've been promoted. Oh, they have, and they've lost Rooney Bargy. Unlucky, boys. Unlucky. Ice cold. Cole Palmer has gone to Bayern Munich. He was done quite dirty. Well, was he? I mean, his attributes were, potential 160. Based on the season he had last season, you'd go, whew, what a superstar he was. He's going to have a boost. And he would have done, had FM come out where it should have done. This season, despite Chelsea being better, he's not been as good, has he? Or he's had a bit of a poor patch, shall we say. He has still been pretty decent. He did do well quite towards the first half of the season. Sort of bit of burnout, maybe? I don't know. Burnout for the Coldman, the Iceman, the irony. Anyway, look at me pretending I know what I'm talking about. Joel Hato has gone to AC Milan from Ajax, or Joel Hato, however you want to say it. Lenny Yoro from Lille to Liverpool. All right. This guy, Sky Vink, has gone to Man City from Ajax. Dominic Solanke's gone to Galatasaray from Bournemouth. Jonathan Tah, Torino to Real Sociedad. And we're just scrolling. Hakimi, PSG to Man City. And we're going down here, and look, Victor Christensen has gone for £54 million from Leicester to Bayern Munich. I mean, some of these signings are insane. Giorgio Scalvini to Real Madrid for £53 million. He was cheaper than Melvin Bard. I mean, no offence, Melvin. Semi-decent. 150. Giorgio Scalvini, one of the best defenders on the game, or potential to be. 170, there he is. He's very good, isn't he? Very good indeed. Got Moise Keane, who moved from Ajax to Wolves. Josh Zirkzee has gone to Brighton from Bologna for £51 million. Brighton were ripped off. I think United paid less. We were still ripped off. And look at this! Nusa Mazraoui has actually gone to Manchester United from Bayern Munich. How insane is that? Transfers mimicking real life a few years later. Julian Alvarez has gone from Inter Milan to Porto. Inter Milan made £500,000 on him. Why did they buy him? They loaned him in. They bought him. He must have had a mandatory future fee, but they've barely played him, and he's been sold for a profit to Porto. Fair play. Dwight McNeil's gone to Leipzig. James Garner has gone to Barcelona. So this is what we're sort of here for now. Because everyone's in the same leagues, I felt there was going to be some very weird transfers happening, and this is part of what I was hoping to see during this experiment. Some weird and wonderful transfers, and we're starting to see it now. And we're getting down, I mean, still in the £40 million in terms of transfers, so I'm expecting a couple of names that just probably still crop up. Paul Wanner, he left on a free to go to Palace. £73 million to Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim loved him, played him every game, and then they sold him for a £30 million loss back to Bayern Munich, where he left on a free in the first place. So, I mean, shades of Paul Pogba over here, of sorts. No. Ish. We're going to call it there for the transfers. But yeah, so Real Madrid have won once again, ladies and gentlemen. So fair play. Bukayo Saka has won the best player. Who has won the Champions League? Man City again. They're second. They won on penalties ahead of Atletico Madrid. Can't look at the game. Okay, so 2028 then. We'll be 5 years in at this point. Again, Real Madrid have won it. This time 113.6 points clear of Arsenal. City 2 points further back. Leipzig up in fourth. Yeah, so again, Real Madrid just absolutely walking away with it. Florian Wirtz has made that big money move to Barcelona. £130 million from Bayer Leverkusen. Badruddin Bouanani, who is another good friend of mine. He is a bit of a badass in the Fresh Prince of West Yorkshire save. Yes! I'm still banging on about that, despite the fact that we've not had another episode in months yet. I've not even opened that save in months, to be honest. I've been playing other bits and pieces and doing other bits and bobs. So, yeah, you know, at some point, you never know. We may revisit that. I'd like to. I should round it off, really, shouldn't I? I've got the most recent season bloody recorded. Need to edit it. Season 6, I think. Fulham up in 16th there. Not doing too bad, actually. Finishing ahead of Juve, who won the Champions League of sorts. The Champions Cup. The cup this season was won by Manchester United, who beat Porto. Roma avoiding relegation. Nicely done. Copenhagen down. Venezia down with very few points. Same with Hertha BSC. Wolves, Ajax, PSV. You know, we're seeing them in the relegation zones a lot. If we don't see them in the relegation zone, it's because they're already down and they're probably coming back up. So to get yourself and maintain yourself in this league is very difficult. Once you go down, you're basically into sort of a bit of a yo-yo pattern. Too good for the previous league, not good enough for the league above. Because when there's 16 teams getting relegated, that is always going to be an occupational hazard, isn't it? 16 assists for Felix Nmecha, who has improved brilliantly, to be honest, actually. Didn't do great in my Dortmund rebuild, but maybe didn't give him the game time, so, you know. Is that the second time I mentioned the Dortmund rebuild? Look, hey, if you're feeling missing out, go and watch it. Please, somebody go and watch it. A pitiful amount of views for other videos that are on the channel. Even rebuilds. The worst rebuild I've done, I think I've done 3. United, Dortmund, and then the one with Cardiff, wasn't it? The TV deal one. It was a lot of fun, actually. When you're going to see someone spend an exorbitant amount of money for success. Yeah, what's that rebuild? Yeah, it was shit, wasn't it? Did not show my managerial prowess at all. So what are we doing then for transfers? Kvaratskhelia to Real Madrid for £307 million. After add-ons, that is. The add-ons have been... Yeah, the add-ons have been seen. The add-ons have been achieved, should I say. £307 million. Wow. Pape Matar Sarr, sorry, £113 million to United. Stefan Posch, who's gone to Al Ittihad for £79 million. Atalanta, sorry, Villarreal. I applaud you. That has to be one of the best sales I've ever seen in my life. God, look at that. 1997 and he's 31. I'll be 40 in 2028. Jesus. Arda Güler, Real Madrid to Inter Milan from the 70s. Conor Gallagher's gone from PSG to Spurs. And scrolling down quick, Michael Elise is that finally left Palace and gone to Liverpool. Frank Kessie, Amiga Dad's best mate, has left Man City to go to Al Hilal. Came to Man City on a free. 1 season. He's on for £50 million. Benoit Badiashile on to Benfica for a lot of money. Nico Williams, Bilbao to Liverpool for £56 million. Quite a low fee, really. I've seen him go for a lot more in other universes. I mean, there's some big names here moving around for some really decent money, but it's just too many to name every single one of them. So I'm just sort of scrolling down and giving you guys the option to sort of have a little peruse, little nose, little see what's going on in terms of some of these finances. I mean, Josh Xerxes moved yet again. No bugger wants the Xerxes, or everyone does. Brighton have made a loss. Juan Foyth has gone from Real Madrid to PSG. And he left Villarreal to Arsenal, Arsenal to Real Madrid. Juan Foyth has been a man in demand. He played 3 times for Arsenal, and then Arsenal made £11.5 million profit. Now, that is business. That is business. Business 101, that is. Like, teach that in university on how to run a business. Sell something for £11.5 million more than you bought it for with little to no input for it. Unbelievable stuff. Mark Guehi's gone to Newcastle. Sofiane Amrabat, Fiorentina to Vigo. Todibo, Nice to Chelsea. And we're going to call it there for the old transfers after we say Gio Reyna to PSV. Big fan of Gio Reyna. Not so good now, is he? Not got as much potential. He's not hitting his potential as much and a bit injury prone. But, he was good on the last couple of FMs. I used to love buying him. Him and Karim Adeyemi. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, quickly, we're going to try and rattle through now a bit more. I've been waffling for a long time. Should we just go to the end? Let's go to let's do 2 years, 2030. So Arsenal have won the UEFA Super League, 99 points. Wow. You got teams who are like runner-up on 101 points the season before, Barcelona. They'd have won it this season. 106 points for Real Madrid, so Real Madrid won another. Is that 5 in a row for Real Madrid? It is. 5 in a bloody row for Real Madrid. Unbelievable stuff. But they've never won the Cup. Never won the Cup. Arsenal, on the other hand, first time they won the league, they haven't got a manager either. Man City have won the Champions League, Champions Cup, whatever. Barcelona and Chelsea in the last 2 seasons have won that. Junior Krupi at Valencia, top goal scorer this season. Darwin Núñez is up there as well. And again, we're just looking over here and seeing teams coming up, teams going down. Just is what it is, isn't it? I mean, in terms of transfers, last season we saw Benny Sesko go to Chelsea from Leipzig for £240 million. Liam Evans, who is a regen, fine. I'll allow this, a 186, fine. I was going to say, never heard of this guy. How's he gone for £194 million? But do you know what? He's probably worth it. Dango Uatra onto Lazio, £88 million. I mean, Sociedad have really done Lazio dirty there. Oscar Bob has gone from City to Real Sociedad for 87 million, 160. So they've improved Dango Uatra for the same amount of money, really. Made £1 million more and got a player that's actually like 13 ability better. Ousmane Dembele's gone to Arsenal. Roxy Badger. What a name. Roxy Badger. That would be... He would be on the Wonder Kid wheel so fast. On the shortlist, sorry, for a Wonder Kid wheel video. So fast that you wouldn't even know what to do with him. Dwight McNeil has just moved again from Leipzig, this time to Lazio. Can't keep Dwight McNeil off my screen. Scroll down a bit, we'll probably see Josh Zirkzee again. Garnacho's gone from United to Fulham. Like £60 million. I mean, he's not hit his potential in this one, has he? A bit rubbish. Florian Winkler. Did not think that said Winkler at first glance. He's here again. He is here. He's gone to fucking United. And he's already on the transfer list. I can't believe this. Honestly, I was joking when I said probably see Josh Zirkzee again. And Ajax have then made a profit. £54 million. So they made nearly a £10 million profit. He's gone to United, but United have played him next to no times. He's now already on the transfer list. No role for him to play £33 million. You should be so lucky. Don't think he's going to go anywhere near that. Ronnie Edwards has gone from Monaco to Bayern Munich. He's actually improved to a decent enough standard, so sort of let that go. But a lot of players are moving for far more than they should do. There's also a lot of players moving for far less than they should do. So this has thrown a very weird dynamic, this European Super League. It really has. It really has. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, £40 million, gone to Zenit. A weird one. Julian Alvarez again is on the move. He's gone to Sociedad this time. It's the same players that seem to be moving consistently. We're seeing loads of moves for the same players. So yeah, there you go. 2030, that's only 2029. We've still got 2030's transfers to have a quick squiz over. Endrick to PSG for £269 million. Is this guy a regen? He is. Is this guy? He also is. Oh, he's good, isn't he? £70 million to Newcastle. David Brobby. Right, so we're getting into regen territory now. Enzo Fernandez went to Bayern Munich. Ansu Fati to Juve. Elise's gone from Liverpool to Tottenham. Luca Lipani gone for £45.5 million. Not bad, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, we're in 2030. Like I said, we got to 2039. So we are going to go through the whole sort of lot. And I think, we'll do 2 jumps. We'll do 4 years now. We've just done 2. We'll do 4 to 2034. Then we'll go 1 more jump to 2039. Because a lot of these players will be all regens going forward. So we won't be doing too much in the transfers. I don't want to rush through this video, but I don't want to just be every season just doing the same old. But it's been a lot of fun looking over this, and I'm genuinely thinking I'm going to go and do a save in this universe, because why not? Why not indeed? You know, my rebuild technique and my rebuild ability is poor, so why not have a gimmick attached to it to make people maybe want to watch. Let me know let me know if you'd want to watch that, a rebuild in this universe, because you know what, I'm really thinking about doing it, attaching a gimmick to a rebuild, because I did last time and it did much better because my rebuild ability is poor. You'd probably just watch me just yo-yo about from the second to the first tier. But I probably would start in the second tier. I probably would. Almost definitely would. Probably have to. Would I? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, on we move. So at 2034, 11 seasons in, 17 hours and 24 minutes. We do get over the day. We do get over the day for a simulation, which is one of the biggest simulations that I do. I have simulated over 200 years in some of the smaller leagues, and it takes about 18, 19 hours. So yeah, this was a wild one. So the last 4 years, we've had Man City winning it twice. PSG have won one, and Real Madrid have also won one. Let's go and have a quick look at those 4 seasons then. So Real Madrid taking it back from Arsenal, as you see here. Benfica in second place, no less. That's very impressive. Benfica. Marco Rose in charge. Antonio Silva and João Neves are still there. They've kept hold of some of their players. They've got Badiashile, Zabarnyi. Obviously, they're going to have some regens. Let's have a look at some of the comfortability. Sander Sorhus, £53 million from Frosinone, wanted by United and Real Madrid. Not surprising. He is a 188 potential ability player. Okay, so Benfica in second place there. Don't really expect that. Anyone else? Anyone gone down that we don't really expect? No, not really. I mean, Middlesbrough being up there is a surprise in and of it. Is a surprise in and of itself. That's hard to say. In and of itself. That's a surprise in and of itself. And so, yeah, look, I mean, you can go from mid-table to near the top in the blink of an eye. I mean, look at this. 4 teams on 88 points would be a false statement because only 3. That 6 looked a little bit like an 8. You wouldn't think this is a new-ish prescription of glasses in the last couple of months, would you? But it is! Still can't bloody read. Right. Next season, PSG won it. First time they've won it, 6 points clear of Manchester City. Spurs in 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Bayer Leverkusen in 5th, which I think is hilarious. Leverkusen up in 5th, despite the fact that they sold Florian Wirtz a few seasons ago to Barcelona, who are now down in 14th. Derby County have made their way up here and went down on 25 points. Roma down again. Lazio, not very good for the that region of Italy, is it? Then Man City, 112 points. PSG on 104. And, Copenhagen staying up. Fiorentina are relegated again. I'm just seeing them up and down, up and down, up and down. Same old, really, isn't it? And then Man City won again. United in 2nd. Tottenham 3rd. Benfica down in 6th. So they're not doing too bad, Benfica. Again, very close sort of here. Bit of a gap here between 3rd and 1st. But, you know, very impressive. Very impressive. And we're looking at dominantly regens over here. So let's go and look at the transfers. So we saw Endrick move, and then Rasmus Klith went from Dortmund to Chelsea. So he's a regen. He's still here at Chelsea, and he's pretty decent. We'll accept it. Shaquille Van Persie to Real Madrid. He is also still there. Harold Skolivold. You are? Wonderkid Wheel in Norway? Quite possibly. Might enter the Scandinavian triple threat. 1 team from each of Norway, Denmark and Sweden, which will be a hell of a lot of work. I don't even know how that would be on the screen to do 3 Wonderkid Wheels at a time. So, yeah, I'm not sure how that would work. But would that be something that people would be interested in if I did 3? I don't know how I'd do that. Logistically, I don't know how I'd manage to make that happen. I might have to do the recording of the wheel spins in advance. Yeah, maybe. Interesting. Let me know in the comments any ideas, or if that's something you want to see. Triple threat across 3 different nations. Still got to do a versus across 2 different nations, so that's down the line. This is all admin that could happen off this video, so I apologise. Again, peek behind the bloody curtain. Welcome. Come on in. The water's tedious. Yemi Pino to United. Buonanotte Brighton to Juve. Schledder up. Benfica to Shakhtar. Yeah, big transfers there. Another £285 million to Man City. Ricardo Franco. He, of course, is a regen. And a bloody good one at that. Josephat Esqueda, £97 million regen from Al Ettifaq to PSG. Nick Peter, Marseille to United. Again, will be a regen. He is. And then Luca Bonvin, Sunderland to United, who's actually going to Bayer Leverkusen, joining permanently. Buonanotte, we've just seen him go to Juve, and he's now gone to Benfica, as fast as he bloody arrived. Nicholas Jackson, your best friend and mine, one of the best strikers in the Premier League, bar none. He's listed by Porto. Surplus to requirements. 1 goal in 36 games. I mean, I got so much abuse for giving him shit, saying he was crap. You haven't seen his... what about his goal and assists this season? What about the chances created? Also did Chelsea rebuild after they got relegated, didn't I? Yes, forgot about that. Yeah, there we go. There was a gimmick attached, isn't there? Whatever. We've got to do one in this universe. I think it'd be quite fun. Alejandro Balde, gone from Barca to Man City. This is another regen here. Yeah, another big signings. And then, yeah, Ryan Levesque. Yeah, PSG. Okay, so we're up to the present day, 2034, sorry. Let's go to the end, 2039, round this off. We'll have a look at Ballon d'Ors, it might be in here. We'll have a look at... we need to look at the Cup. Who's been winning the Cup? United, Barca, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Chelsea, Barca, United. Yeah, okay, 2039. I thought it was longer than 1 day and 35 minutes. Thought it was longer. To be honest, I could have gone on for seasons and seasons and seasons, but I think maybe I probably went on too long. Maybe 10 seasons probably would have been enough. Or we could have condensed it. But hey, we're here. This is where we're at. Got 5 more years to have a quick look over before we sail off into the sunset. And the last 5 years have been won by Man City, PSG, and 3 for Real Madrid. Not a real face in sight 16 years on. Oh, sorry, Robert Renan is a real person. There is a real face in sight. My mistake. So Real Madrid winning the league there. Again, teams going down. Roma just avoiding relegation. Bayern Munich have gone down. Okay, so we're starting to see some madness happen over here. Who's coming up from the second tier? Nothing major. So Bayern Munich going down, I think, is the biggest madness that's happened, to be perfectly honest. In the last 5 years, the Cup has been won by 2 for Real Madrid, 1 for Chelsea, 1 for Napoli, and 1 for Leipzig. 3-0 in the final here against Chelsea. And the transfers, I mean, are we settling down? No, £331 million from Porto to Manchester City from Gonzalo Emmanuel. 194 potential ability, 193 current ability now. What a player. Andres Schmidt, who went to United for 225 million. Christopher Gutterson went from AC to Chelsea. Very good player indeed. 191, yeah. So a lot of good players coming through. Now, I wonder what might happen if we went and made some changes. We put Okay, so there we go then. So Real Madrid have basically won it. They've won the most, haven't they? Records unfortunately aren't there, but the record most past winners. So Real Madrid have won what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. City have won 4. PSG 2. Arsenal 1. So only 4 winners in 16 years. And who won the Golden Ball then? Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, who's actually still playing. Umar Hedera. So Daniel Jekyllin for Aston Villa. Where are Aston Villa then? They just finished 6th. Jonathan Tah is in charge. You don't expect to see some of this, do you? Just madness. Ricardo Franco at Man City. Umar Hedera at Real Madrid. £130 million from Leeds back in the day. Dennis Enerhergen is the manager of PSG now. John Terry is the manager of Bayern Munich, and he's been relegated. He only came in 2 months ago. Chelsea have got Vinny Comp. Joe Rodon is in charge of Newcastle, and that's about it really for interesting names. I mean, Mikel Arteta's at Napoli. Quite a few people probably have regens as well, so it is what it is. There you go then. Real Madrid have won the UEFA Super League, and yeah, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Over a day's simulation. Shout out to Nigel. I will try and put, if I remember when I'm editing this, and when I'm uploading, should I say, I will try to put a link in the description, but I've shown you where it is. It's on FM Scout. Just type in European Super League. It'll come up. It's the first thing that comes up. European Super League FM24, whatever. And download it. Honestly, this is so much fun. It's probably available in the Steam Workshop as well. I didn't go via the Steam Workshop, but it probably is there, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, but unbelievable amount of work has been gone into this, and it's run well, hasn't it? I've not noticed anything major in terms of glitches, and I do feel like it's time to go and do a rebuild in this, or not even a rebuild, just a save file in this universe. Try and win it. So there you go then. That's it. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and take good care of yourselves. This is a shit outro. See you next time. Au revoir.